Okay, so today was kind of a good day. I mean, we had some sad news yesterday, but I'll get to that later. I talked to my mom, and apparently my aunt and my grandmother are going to fly from Alaska to Hawaii to go visit her, and it reminded me of the last time I went home to Alaska with my mom, and weird games that Korean people play at picnics. Um, they have contests. I shit you not. They have rulers. Like, they break out the rulers because they have contests for, like, who has the widest forehead. Like, I'm a total slaphead. But they'll measure to see who has the highest forehead, who can open their eyes the widest. And my mother won, which was funny. Her nickname was Cow Eyes in high school. She's full-blooded Korean, but she's got, like, huge eyes. So, yeah, so who's got the hugest, who can open their eyes the widest, and then who's got the like the biggest ears, longest ears. But the coup de grace is watching them spin around and do dizzy izzies, you know, where you like you put a baseball bat on the ground and then you put it to your forehead and you spin around in a circle. Watching these people like screaming at each other in Korean and zooming around like drunken children. And my mom is just this tiny little woman. She's 5 foot tall and she weighs like 120 pounds. And she just went for broke. I don't think she understood what was going on. Her competitive side kicked in. And she just spun around and spun around and spun around. And then when she started running, she went, oh, oh. And she took out the person next to her. And, I mean, you haven't lived until you've seen one of your full-grown parents, you know, as an adult yourself, like, doing something as silly as Dizzy Izzy's. So, yeah, so that was good times. And then tonight, or I should say last night, now that it's Tuesday, so Thomas Calabro was on Green Health Live, and he's going to be on The Collective, so I'm, like, completely stoked to be interviewing Dr. Michael Mancini. I have a bit of a crush on Thomas Calabro, but it's like schoolgirl crush. Like, I've loved him since Melrose Place, and he looks really good for someone who's like a year away from 50. Oh my God, he is so handsome. And then I went out to dinner with Simon, and that was, it was good. It was a wee bit overpriced, but I think it was worth it. And then I watched. And then I came home and I did something, I'm not sure. But overall, it's been pretty good. The interview that I did with JP we've got 282 hits on that interview alone. And like the average numbers on our collective shows are like, you know, the highest is usually like 70 people. And that's over an amount of time. I mean, that's not like in 1 week. And before his interview, like the highest number was like 171 from the guy that made up the Barack Obama in my White House thing. So his interview generated 282 hits in the span of 3 days. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So yeah, 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days? 3 days, right? Stoner math, you guys. You'll figure it out and let me know in the comments section, I'm sure, while you point and laugh. I've also come to appreciate the purple eyeshadow. Mascara and eyeliner. I'm so baked. Because it's also been one of those days where every time my body starts to seize, it's the puke. It's the puke or sneeze game. It's like I don't know if I'm gonna sneeze or if I'm gonna puke, because the methotrexate is just messing with my system so hard. I hate it. Like I'm losing a lot of my hair, like at an alarming rate. It's a chemo med, so that kind of sucks. But you know, I'm just trying to keep it under control. But otherwise, I'm good. But yes, I just want to really quickly just add, yesterday, one of my heroes died. Like everybody knows now, George Carlin died yesterday. And I remember as a kid seeing him on SNL, and he was the first host on SNL. And, you know, I saw him standing there doing, you know, his monologue, which you can now find on MySpace. They posted it, his whole SNL monologue. And all I could think was, who is this crazy bald guy in tights? I mean, I was just a little kid. And then, but there was just something about him I knew I liked. And as the years progressed, when I was in high school, I found one of George Carlin's albums, 7 Dirty Words. And he was the first person, because usually for me, comedy, it's, you know, it has to be visual. Sometimes listening to comedy CDs orally isn't very good. So he was the first person I listened to the tape on the bus on the way to school, and I think it was like my sophomore or junior year in high school, and I was listening to this, and he said the 7 dirty words, and I had never laughed so hard in all my life. And I don't know, man, that guy was just, he was legendary. And it just sucks that, I mean, well, he was 71, he had a lot of medical problems, so I mean, it's he held on as long as he could, but it just sucked to lose, like, Stan Winston and George Carlin, like, two, like, legendary figures. To have them die within just a few days of each other is just, like, it sucks, you know, but it's life, and, you know, I'm sure Carlin would be the first one to say that he lived, you know, a fucking full life, you know, but that's just me. I don't speak for the trees. I do speak for the trees. That's a lie. So, in honor of one of my heroes, in one of the rare times I'm glad that my mother does not know how to use internet, shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. Bye, y'all.